All right, we are live for the first time ever. Welcome back, Judd'z Budz, episode 67, aka the Benoit Pouliot episode. Just a fantastic era of Minnesota Wild hockey. As always, your host Spoke Z, joined by my good buddy, Mr. at State of Hoppy. How we doing on this fine Thursday?
We're doing all right. We got hockey about to start up, and anyone that joins here gets to hear slightly better audio than if they tune into the ESPN broadcast. So welcome.
We've already got one comment from someone named Gun Totin' Granny. Hey guys. Hey Granny. We just dropped off 3 people. Anyways, we've never done this live before. I can't imagine anyone's going to choose to tune in live versus watching the actual hockey game. If you do, you're sick in the head, and I love you. We'll see how many people stream in here, but I mean, do we just get right into these the playoffs? Because I mean, hot take, 2 hot takes from me last week, picking the Canes and the Knights in 7. We got a Florida Panthers sweep. And now fucking Vegas is on the verge of sweeping. Incredible by me. Just the ultimate mush job. Unbelievable. But, I mean, how are we feeling?
Well, first off, I need to correct you there because you're right. Florida Panthers sweep the Carolina Hurricanes to advance the Stanley Cup Finals. But something that we're going to try and introduce kind of gradually into the show over time is table reads. So anyone that's familiar at all with, the table reads that pop up, whether it's, I know the Toronto Maple Leafs did a pretty funny thing throughout their, one of their charity events where like people would literally pick scripts and pick players that had to like read them. And I can't remember, it was Giordano and someone else literally did the scene in Titanic where they're out in the water on the door and someone had to be Rose and someone had to be Jack. Like, that shit's just hilarious to me. But for these, we're going to largely be sticking to just ridiculous things that either people say in press conferences or ridiculous statements released by, team accounts, like the inaugural one of this, I guess, that we didn't even know was going to lead to something. But the Logan Mailloux announcement from the Montreal Canadiens, which was just an absolute joke, the way they broke that. But Z, first one here, we got to go with Rod Brind'Amour's post game. So I'll just be the I'll be the media member. Rod, does it make it any harder given that you guys got swept?
Well, before I do the actual read here, you have to be Rod Brind'Amour, so it's like he's always coked out of his mind. He's like twitching, like he's ready to fucking go somebody.
Oh, I took one of the little like stutters and double down words out. Like I only left 2 of them in here.
Well, anyways, no, I'm not going to do the voice. That's the unfortunate part of this is that everyone's going to look back and say you got swept. And that's not what happened. Okay. I watched the game. Me too. I'm there. I'm caught in the game. We're in the game. We didn't lose 4 games. We got beat, but it's, we are right there. This could have went the other way. We could have been 4 games the other way. And tonight, the way it ended was tough. What the fuck, Rod? Getting a penalty like that, that's tough. Especially what was let go when you go, oh, that's going to sting. But not taking anything away from the other team because they played hard. But I think we took huge steps this year coming this far, like I said, with what we're missing is pretty impressive. What the fuck was that word salad? Imagine letting that come out. Like, just imagine that's how you react. No, we didn't get beat. We lost, but we did get beat though.
Yeah, they didn't win. We lost.
Like,
or would it be the other way? Would it be better if they didn't win or we didn't lose? They just won. I don't know. What's better?
I don't know. They're both pretty psychotic, but it's also like not surprising at all because it's just right up his alley. I mean, I love that. I love and hate him. Like whenever I'm watching the Carolina Hurricanes play a team that I like, I'm like, shut the fuck up one time. But like completely removed from it, everything he does is fucking hilarious. I was game 3, dude, maybe game 4. I can't even. No, it was game 3. I was like just sitting there like because there were so many bad calls like early. Like first period, like some were earned, but like other calls were just brutal, specifically like against the Canes. And I was like, this motherfucker must be sitting behind the bench. Like I'm dropping a fucking $100K fine coming up. And I thought he was actually going to have to be like physically removed from the fucking arena, but they didn't lose. Or I guess I don't really know. No, they didn't lose. They got beat, but they didn't lose. So just a tough.
They didn't get swept.
No, they swept themselves under the rug. I don't really fucking know what. I mean, I do know what he's saying, but like it was just such a weird fucking way. And like again, it's Rod, so he's like, yeah, with his weird hair.
It was so
weird,
hard
like,
because
fucking,
there was no
patch.
transcript anywhere that I could find. So listening through that video and trying to actually piecemeal the words that were said so that I could actually write it up for you, that was a chore. And
imagine being the person that has to write that to write that.
That's probably
they must have got halfway through. They're probably like, "Fuck this! This is."
No, that's for sure what it is. It's not out there, so clearly they're just like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking writing this."
God damn it! But that being said, the actual series. I mean, again, what he's saying too, though, like it's crazy how those games ended up, and it's the fucking Panthers. This is what they do. I saw it in the first round with Boston, up fucking 3-1. Brad Marchand with a breakaway buzzer beater in Game 5. Nope. To end the series. Nope. And they just come right back, dude. And like, they just won't go away. And I don't know if I should make any picks yet because I mean, stay hot. Holy fuck. My wallet is so upset. Like, I'm down bad these playoffs. Like, I mean, I have a couple, sports bay accounts and they are not looking too good. I did put a future political bet though in. I got drunk at the bachelor party and started betting on like New Zealand politics. So that's where this fucking NHL postseason has led me. Is a real dark place. But these fucking Panthers, man, like just electric. And I mean, it makes me feel a whole lot better here in Boston that like the team that somehow came back from 3-1 down is now like I mean, the Bruins are the only team to beat them more than once in the fucking playoffs, and now they're going to the Cup as the fucking 8th seed. Like, holy shit, dude! I don't know how they're fucking doing it. Like, especially with that defense core, like Mark Stahl playing fucking like 20 minutes a night. That's insane to me. But I mean, god damn it, good for them, dude.
Yeah, to think that Eric and Mark Stahl, current day, are going to the Stanley Cup Finals is pretty nuts. And I don't know, man. Anyone that's winning on hockey betting this postseason, I'm really worried because they probably think that they're really good at it. They're going to come in next year and just get absolutely buried because this is not how it goes. Not obviously people talk about it where you feel better because, okay, it's not as embarrassing that we lost, but isn't it also kind of a kick in the dick that it's like, fuck, we could have like walked to the finals.
Not to be. I was thinking about this the other day. I really don't think the Bruins would have beat Toronto. Like,
no,
I really don't. Like, I think Toronto would have the way that series just like was unfolding. Even the games that the Bruins are winning, they only really like outplayed them the whole game. The Panthers, like in Game 4, they just like kicked the shit out of them. But like they just didn't have it going. So I honestly like was sitting there watching Toronto beat Tampa, and I was like. And I mean, the way the regular season's gone too, the last 2 or 3 years, I honestly thought if it was Leafs Bruins, that the Leafs would actually just win. Like it just felt like that time. And I honestly think, all the fans yelling, "We want Florida" or whatever.
Oh man,
obviously a big mistake, tough scene for them. But I remember when they were saying, I was like, I don't think you do. Like I really don't. Like I think you want like the Bruins first of all are beat the fuck up. And the Leafs really have just been kicking the shit out of them in the regular season the last couple of years. So, but I was thinking about that too. And like, even the Bruins don't play well against Carolina either. So it's like, either way, like past couple of years, like, it doesn't look good either way for them. But like the Panthers, they just have it going, dude. And I mean, Kachuk's doing the walk-off sellies. Sam Bennett's killing people. Like, they've just got it going on right now, and they are fucking vibing. And Bob is on an absolute tear. Just came out of retirement and just decided to like be the best goalie on the planet again. Like, some of these saves he's making, dude, is insane.
Well, let's talk about it then. Like, moving on to the Florida Panthers right now, who is their Conn Smythe?
It's so hard because even after the Bruins series, I was like, there's no one other than Tkachuk. And like, he was fairly quiet against Toronto. Like, still just like, he was injured. I think he took a shot off the hand. But then this series, again, like, there were few periods every game where Carolina was just all over them, but Bob was just there standing on his head. And again, he's made like 5 or 6 game-saving saves each game against fucking Carolina. So like, it's hard for me to not say Bob, even though he didn't necessarily start the playoffs. So I don't really think that matters, obviously. But like, I think I'll go Bob. But I mean, Tkachuk having the game winner plus 2 OT winners in this last series to sweep Carolina in the Eastern Conference Final, it's like they both deserve it more than anyone. So I don't think anyone else is really particularly close. Maybe like a Reinhardt, who's just been an animal. Montour is a beast against Boston. Like, they've had just certain different guys stepping up. And then if you want to go like all lunatic team, Radko Gudas is right there.
He's not the leader of the all lunatic team.
No, it's hard to beat Sam Bennett in that front.
Right.
And apparently Rod. But like, he made a back check yesterday in the first period where like he took this dumb shot from the corner and it clearly got blocked. And he chased, like, it was his own fuck up, but he chased the fucking, I forget who it was, which guy Carolina it was. But he chased him down, poke check, wins the puck, and as the plays go the other way, as he's still like making the poke check, he's screaming at the dude like, fuck you. And I was like, this guy's fucking out of his mind. And like, he is just wildly entertaining. It sucks when your team plays him because he's always been like this, just a complete monster and a menace. I mean, you saw the picture after the fucking series winning goal against Toronto, like, and that beard is insane. His fucking pregame outfits, the suits he wears. He is just an absolute cartoon, an evil cartoon character. And I mean, he stepped up and played really well too, dude. Like, they're just like, everyone's clicking at the right time. It's crazy and completely different team from the regular season. Like, not even close. It's crazy. Right. So I'm honestly like pretty pumped that they are doing this because they're wildly entertaining. And I told you it was gonna be a murder fest. I thought it'd be a 7-game just killing each other, but I mean, it only went 4. But those teams were just kicking the shit out of each other, and Florida is clearly making the statement like, no one kicks the shit out of anyone better than we do, and like, they are just a bunch of fucking pricks. Imagine having to play hockey against Matthew Tkachuk. That would suck so bad. And he is just a fucking monster. Are you like, what he just did in that conference final is I mean, the walk-offs, just beautiful stuff. Just beautiful. His dad did that when he was playing. I think they wanted to get on a private jet to go to Vegas after a game, or LA. And he did the same shit. He's like, fuck this. Like, next shift, I'm going out and I'm scoring. We got to go. And he just scored an OT, ran right off, and just didn't do a post game. There's a big Walt. And the boys just ran to the locker room. And by the time they got there, he had all of his shit off and he was already showered. So, like, unbelievable, dude. Oh, God.
So, I mean, you talk, though, about how different Florida's been since the regular season. A lot of people are throwing this around, and I want your opinion on it. are the Florida Panthers comparable to the 2012 LA Kings?
I mean, in a way, I guess. I still think it's different. Like, I do think they're two completely different teams. Like, they do just bully everybody. That's like similar, but the Kings were just absolute like muck job every game. And I do think the Panthers just have some players that flash crazy skill. I think they're faster because the Kings literally like the slowest team in the league, but they were just pounding the shit out of everybody in the playoffs. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it's a similar type story or whatever. You think that year too, they barely made the playoffs.
They did, but I guess for me, so the where it is comparable, right? You got an 8 seed getting in last minute, great goalie carries you, go on a cool run.
Yeah.
But for me, and I might be biased because I was all over the Kings back in 2012. Like I hammered them preseason. Once they eked in at the 8th seed, I threw even more money on them, and they were just a team that was built to do damage in the playoffs. And I don't know. Maybe I'm on an island here, but I basically thought Florida Panthers had no chance. I thought they would maybe be lucky to squeak into the playoffs like they did. And even when they did, no one was sitting here being like, watch out, this is a team that could do damage. Everyone's like, yeah, like whatever. I don't know if anyone really picked the Florida Panthers in their pools unless it's like, well, everyone else is picking Boston. I guess I'll pick Florida just in case. Like Matthew Tkachuk is the only person in the world that thought Florida would beat Boston.
Right. Yeah, no, and I agree with you on that front too. It's like they've got a bunch of pricks in their lineup, but it was just different because again, like the Kings, it was just a bunch of dudes that were like fucking 6'2", 6'3", 220, just murdering people. Like, and you looked at the Panthers lineup, they had a few guys, but not the same way. And even like you said, like nobody was like, oh, that's a team, like watch out. Like the only people, I mean, like I was saying, like that's a team that could still score a million fucking goals, but the defense, the goalies, whatever. So yeah, no, I do think in that sense it's way different. But overall sentiment, 8 seed taking off like the 3 fucking best teams in the East on their way there. Same sentiment, right? So, and I mean the Kings did that. Was it that year they were down 3-0 against San Jose and they came back? I think that was that year. They were the other team that fucking that eliminated the 3.
But they definitely took down like a President's Trophy winner in Vancouver.
Yeah, they took down the Yeah.
Sorry, Isha.
Yep. Yeah,
but
Jesus.
I don't know. It's
different but similar. It's a similar storyline, completely different.
For me though, I think that the 19 Blues are closer to the Kings than the Panthers are because again, the Blues going into that season, people were so high on them with some of the moves they made.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They were dog shit. Looked like trash at like Christmas time. They make the switch. They bring in Binnington, who had his 1 year where he was just a psycho in a good way.
Wow.
And Berube, who like clearly turned the team around. And it was bizarre, man. I think that's the most I've ever won on a futures bet, just because like I didn't think they'd win. It was more like a float because I'm like, holy shit, they look good. And somehow they went on like a 6 or 7 game win streak and the odds were still like 45-1. I'm like, I'll play this game. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But you at least like saw something where you're like, yeah, okay. They were this team at the beginning of the year. They made 2 tweaks that are now putting them back on that trajectory. Let's go. Where Florida, no one gave them shit for a chance coming into this year. And I think it just makes it that much cooler. The only disappointment here really is that they can't wear their reverse retro jerseys because those are absolutely beautiful.
Dude, the fucking like rules and regulations around which sweaters fucking teams can wear is such a joke, dude.
There should be a rule that Vegas can't wear those fucking mustard jerseys. Those are so gross.
God, those are heinous. But no, but the Blues point you just made, dude, it's so funny. Like the commentary after they won the cup, like, oh, who could have seen this coming? It's like, well, literally everybody before the season started. Like everyone was like, yeah, that's a contender. The shit that was unbelievable was how fucking bad they were up until fucking the year 2019. So
Well, shit though, man. Like as we transition then and talk about the other side of the coin here with Vegas now up 1-0, 5 minutes into the first period in an elimination game where Dallas is without their captain. The thing that keeps popping up that is kind of interesting to me is the Buffalo Sabres, who right now we're looking at Reinhart versus Eichel in the Stanley Cup Finals, which is just like obscure. But you also look at, we're talking about the St. Louis Blues there, like they send O'Reilly, go on and win a cup. They send Eichel, might go on and win a cup. Like, are they the kingmakers?
I think they are. I think they deserve a cut. They deserve a little bit more of the revenue sharing than everyone else, you know? Dude, just some of the storylines that pop up, specifically this playoff, it's crazy. And like, the whole shit about like history repeats itself. It's like, holy fuck, like it's going on script here. It's crazy, but off script at the same time.
Also, history doesn't repeat itself because no matter what, assuming that Vegas advances, which I just don't know how that doesn't happen, we're getting a first-time Stanley Cup champion. Neither of those teams has won, which is awesome, except for there will be just endless bitching and Eeyore activity from Minnesota Wild fans who are like, oh, one more team that passes us on the cup chase, and especially if it's Vegas. Oh, weird. They've existed for 6 years. We've been here for 23. But
yeah, fucking the people will always find a way to be fucking miserable and somehow make it about their team, you know?
Right. And it's interesting because so Matthew here, does Treliving get a ring for the Tkachuk trade? I'd argue that Ron Hextall should get a ring. What say you?
Yeah, without Hextall, the fucking Panthers are sitting at home right now. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Penguins lose that first round in 2 games. Fucking, they probably would have lost 12-0 and 11-2. They fucking stink.
And then they just go home.
Stink.
Yeah, but if there's no Ron Hextall, they also don't stink. So
yeah, true. You know what is funny too about with the tree living thing? I think it was Sarah Valley tweeted that like the Toronto GM job is Tree Living's to lose. And I was like, man, I don't know. If you just watch what happened in Calgary, if you want to trade one of the fucking big 4, I don't know if you, I don't know. Like, because again, no, it's similar to the Blues situation where it's like, at the time that seemed like, you know, yeah, that this should work. And then in whatever, it didn't for a little bit. But like in that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, man, are you about to get fucking Huberto'd? Like, holy shit. Or I guess in that sense, Tkachuk'd. But it was just funny, like, because like they're all whatever, they have to like move on from one of the big 4 that should probably do. But I was like, man, did you just see what happened in fucking Calgary? But I mean, that shouldn't have happened the way it did. The
team forces the players out instead of both players raising their hands and being like, I would not like to be here any longer. Just like an absolute stud who we'll talk about more this summer, but depending on what the cost of acquisition is, like, I'd be very intrigued to slightly overpay to get Lindholm to the Minnesota Wild.
Dude,
that would be a lot of fun. Good. Dude, the second that he got traded from Carolina, I like shit my pants. I'm like, what is happening here?
He's unbelievable. Like, one of my favorite players in the fucking league forever. Like,
we agree on a lot of players.
Yeah, we do. Rupe. Man, Lindholm's such a stud, though. I think it's what he's got 2 more years, like 4.875 or some shit, like unreal. Like, man, if they did decide to move on from him, like, which this would be stupid, especially if they want to compete, but like,
well, he said he's out. He said he is not extending.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that. I have not been paying attention to shit.
No, he hasn't come out publicly saying it, but the word going around is that he has told the team that he does not intend to re-sign. So if they want to move him, that's up to them. And he's got 1 year left.
So 1 year left.
Ticket. So
that's more than reasonable, dude. Right. That's how you.
But you're going to be giving him a big old pay bump after this, which again, I am very open to, though, if the Wild are willing to play ball a little bit, because that is the 1C that you can absolutely work with. And that's where, again, we are not proponents of trading a Marco Rossi, but if it's in a deal to bring a guy like that back, sure. Yep. Do it. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still just on the trade. You can't fuck. I'm on the train.
It's
like,
not giving up on him if you get an
no,
asset.
I know. I know. It's just like, I don't know if you're in the camp, like it's just not going to happen for him, Minnesota and whatever. Then yeah, but I don't know. Like to me, that still qualifies as like giving up on him though. Because I mean, what's Lindholm 28, 29?
I thought he was 27, 28. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll
Could
look it
be.
up right now.
I have no idea.
I guess my question is, because it is, I guess, a little off with the timing, but do you think that Marco Rossi is going to be better than Lindholm?
His ceiling is, yeah. That's why he went where he did in the draft and like why he was so coveted. I mean,
28.
Yeah. So they like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
It is like you would love it's one of those situations where you probably love it for what 4 years, maybe 5. And then if Marco Rossi turns into the player that he absolutely is capable of turning into, you're like, fuck. Like, this dude is fucking yeah. So I think it's like it is an interesting conversation though, just with like how you're approaching that trade and like how you view that player, what kind of a player you would be looking to bring in if you were actually going to part ways with Marco Rossi, if you were going to dangle him out there, like what caliber of player you want to bring back. It is an interesting conversation though, for sure. Like, because I mean, again, Lindholm, we've seen it. Like, he's just been a stud, and like not just with points, he does it at both ends. Like, he's been in the running for Selkes before. Like, he's a beast, dude. So, yeah,
and I guess
kind of interesting. You kind of wonder if it's like if that's the type of player that you project Rossi to turn into, too. You know what I mean? So,
sure,
it's interesting. It's interesting for sure.
It's the 4-year window thing, right? Like, that makes you a more viable team to at least win a playoff round in the next 2 years. And you got 2 years after that where all bets are off. You're like, that's your window. That's where Bill Guerin is trying to contend. It's kind of along the same lines of obviously not the same with expected potential, but sending O'Reilly to the Blues and then getting a guy who popped. And now you ask St. Louis if they regret trading a guy like Thompson.
I do wonder how people feel about that too. Cause I mean, they won a cup.
Cups are forever, man.
They got the cup.
I'm not going to complain if you get a cup, right?
Right. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
If they lose to Boston, this is that one, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So like again, like this is just the fascinating fucking like. Thank God we don't have to actually be the ones making these fucking decisions, dude. Like I would be such a coward. Like I'll talk all this shit from my fucking computer screen, like on the fucking like trade this guy. Fucking. Russo says that all the time too. He's like, man, if I was a GM, the entire team would be fucking traded. And I'd look like an idiot. Like, one bad game, really, like, all right, out 6th round pick. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for the article too that says, if the Wild didn't fire Paul Fenton, maybe the Wild are playing in the finals right now.
Maybe they fly Fiala.
Oh my God. All right, let's pivot back to this series though. And everyone's kind of been doing the debate back and forth. Like who's the best American in the NHL? Matthews versus Tkachuk. Before we even address those two head to head, where does Eichel fit into that conversation for you right now, the way he's playing? I mean, you have to put him up there, right? Like, I mean, he fucking in the last round, he outdueled fucking McDavid, like, which is crazy. Man, I really wish his weird neck thing just never happened, because that dude was like, he's incredible. Yeah. And he had a great year, a quiet year, but a quietly great year in Vegas, and he's having a great playoff. Like, he is an absolute stud. And so it is interesting, like, where do you place him? It's hard for me to put him above Matthews. I just don't know if I can do that. Yeah. I mean, we're looking at him the first time playing in the playoffs, and he's delivering. So, well, he's only getting better as the playoffs.
I know, it's crazy. Like, he is a fucking monster. Like, He is unbelievable, dude. It's crazy, like how bad some of those Buffalo teams were, and he was still like 1.3 points per game, like just fucking lighting it up by himself. And it's funny looking back. I wouldn't go and trade for Jack Eichel because blah 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 blah.
Oh my god, the people that were just harassing me for saying that I like Jack Eichel is absurd. Oh my god.
But Hoppy, he's an asshole. I think.
Yeah, he's an asshole. That was the best. He's got real character concerns. Like, says fucking.
I love that shit. The people that have never met a player in their life, well, character concerns. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Lived in Buffalo on a shitty hockey team for his 6
character
years.
Seems okay now. I don't know.
Yeah, weird. We haven't heard a fucking thing.
Maybe I'll throw that out randomly. Like, God damn it.
No, it is interesting. Like he's right there though, right? I mean, it's funny because it's almost like you pose the question. It's like it feels like a stretch, but realistically, there's a fucking kid that went right behind McDavid in 2015. Like he's been a stud forever. Everyone knows it, but it's just like it's funny because I mean he's been in Buffalo for so long. The thing with the neck really like just got him for whatever reason so much bad PR that it almost just like clouded people's like judgment on how good at hockey he was. Yeah, exactly, Sean. He wanted to get the correct surgery for his neck. What an asshole. Can't believe it. Piece of shit.
Scumbag.
But it's funny. It's just funny how like that really saga, it felt like really actually like affected how people viewed him as a hockey player, which is like so not even close. Also, if I got that surgery and that happened to my neck, I would never do anything athletic in my life ever again. Also and here this motherfucker is just right back into it this year, lighting it up, playing his ass off in the playoffs. One of the best players on the planet. Like some of these injuries these dudes come back from, I'm just like, dude, I would never move at a faster than walking pace ever again in my life. I try to do that now, and I don't even have any like crazy injuries. But dude, that kid, yeah, no, I mean he's right there though in terms of the best American players in the NHL right now. Like he's right there. You could make an argument for him too, like being the best player, best U.S. born player in the league. So, yeah, no, it's good for him. Again, like the playoffs are better when the elite players are playing in the playoffs, right? So, like anytime a player can get out of a bad situation in a bad, on a bad team or whatever, they haven't experienced the playoffs. Like I love that he's just stepping right in and immediately just getting better. Like you said, getting better each round, like is hard enough for anybody, but someone that's never even been in the playoffs and never like sniffed the playoffs before. It is awesome. So I'm glad that like now all of a sudden those like people questioning the type of character he is, like all of a sudden now that he's just lighting it up again. Weird that disappeared. Can't believe it. Shocking. Wow. And I mean, also in that front too, like being here in Boston, people that were like trying to shit on Cassidy. Cause like, again, like he absolutely did piss off pretty much 90% of the dressing room by the end of his tenure in Boston. And for whatever reason, people forgot about just how good of a fucking coach this guy is. He's a fucking elite coach. He's a top 5 coach in this fucking league. And I'm happy for that guy. I love that dude. So very happy for him too. Like all that guy wants to do is have his fucking name on the Stanley Cup. And I'll be shocked if he's not at least one step closer after tonight. And again, stay hot, Spokesy, with your picks in the conference finals here. Jesus
yeah, everyone should hammer Dallas down 1 right now.
God. Well, and now that we are on this series, due to Game 7, Seattle and Dallas, I had 9 different prop bets in that game. I went 0 for 9. Fucking unbelievable. A couple of them though were like betting Seattle live though when they went down.
Sure.
Wyatt Johnson, Jesus Christ, what he's so fucking good. But yeah, it sucks that these series are just going. I mean, I'll be shocked if Vegas doesn't win tonight. So it sucks that they both are gonna be 4-game fucking series, dude. Because like in my head, these are 2 series that we deserve 7 games of.
Yeah. Well, at least one of them wasn't a sweep. We'll see if tonight is. gotta address then going to the other side of this game. Obviously, we're short one player on the Dallas side, and we might as well do the second in the same live stream here, the second table read. We've got Jamie Benn talking about the whole debacle from last game. So let's go here. Jamie, would you change anything on the play involving Mark Stone?
Yeah. Obviously didn't want to take a 5-minute penalty. Oh, weird. They didn't want to. But when the game happens fast, bro, what? That was the slowest fucking developing ridiculous penalty I've ever seen in my life. Emotions are high. Oh, are they in the playoffs, bro? Obviously, it's gonna be hard to not laugh. Obviously, I would have liked to not fall on him, and I guess use my stick as the landing point.
All right, so let's just pause before we go to the remainder of his statement. Just go ahead and take a second, soak it in, and share your thoughts.
What? Did he even fall? It's like he jumped downwards. Like he literally was like, and just was like, your face, my stick, no ice. I'm not landing on this. I just want to put it through your skull. And he's saying, oh yeah, I fell, and I guess you didn't use the stick as a landing point. You used his fucking face to catch your stick. Like, you fucking lunatic. That was, I'm not kidding, the most brain dead play I have ever seen. He literally was like, well, Marcus Foligno, he didn't get suspended and he got fucking kicked out of the game first shift. So I bet I can take this a step further here. And he just, he lunged at his face with his stick. Like,
he's fucking done it before, man. This isn't the first time he's done that exact same thing.
And Matthew just said he loaded up on the way down. He literally was like going down, and like at one point his stick was higher than it was as he started to quote fall, and just fucking gravedigger, just absolute tombstone with his fucking stick, right? Like it wasn't even close to like Stone's shoulder or his arm. Like it was just straight skull.
Well,
like, he was like, oh, what? Bizarre, can't believe this.
Dude, they had him not go to the press after the game, and you're thinking, okay, this makes sense. They're being smart.
No, dude, they had so much time for him to cool down, and like they could have had a meeting. They could have had a PR guy go talk to him before. Like it's crazy.
Either way, they're thinking, okay, all that him talking can do is make things worse. So they wait until the next day, and still before meeting with player safety, they still have him come out and talk, and this is what they fucking came up with? Are you fucking kidding me? And then it only gets better. So Jamie, during your hearing with player safety, do you plan on using the I fell on him defense?
Yeah, we'll probably go through the whole play starting from our end. Yeah, fucking 4 seconds. Brian, I'll try and tell them how I was feeling. And what was going on in that situation? What was going on, Jamie? Like, what were you thinking? I'm sorry, I didn't know you may have felt like shit.
Well, I don't understand why his thought process has anything to do with him just falling and catching himself on a guy. I don't know. It just basically directly contradicts everything he just said. He wasn't
feeling good. Okay. He was bloodthirsty. What do you want him to do? Not fucking try to take Mark Stone's skull and remove it from the rest of his body. How are you supposed to, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Not cross-check him in the fucking face on the way down?
I mean, let's, God damn it. I
Dude,
can't be serious here, but like, Peros, you're telling me you wouldn't have done the same fucking thing?
How exactly do you think, like, if he actually went to that fucking player safety meeting and was like, let's go through this whole play starting in our end. Now, let me just tell you how I felt and exactly what was going on, because you clearly can't see what was going on camera. I was feeling a little bit upset. I have a lot of stuff going on at home, and Mark had the fucking gall to skate near me. And so I decided, you know what? That wasn't very nice of him. I'm going to put him on his fucking ass, throw his stick 8 feet away, and then I'm going to use my stick because it belongs in his skull. So, like, what are you going to do? Suspend me? How do you think the meeting started, actually, though? Like, if you're Peros, are you just, like, sitting there, like...
So you fell, huh?
Dude, you have the remote in your hand, and you're just like...
Tell me to hit pause whenever you started falling. I don't know, man. You might be onto something, though. It's 2023. Like, people's feelings and mental health are important. Like, he goes and sits down at the meeting. He's like, you guys got no idea what it's like to walk a mile in my shoes. I've been sleeping on the couch for the entire playoffs because my girl still thinks that I should be going down on her, and I don't know how I'm going to get it through to her.
There was
you guys can't imagine.
It's amazing. Anytime he does anything, those fucking like jokes come up. I'm like, man, why did that guy like let this get public, dude? That's crazy. Like, but just imagine just sitting there in that meeting. Just play. Jamie, but you fell? Hold up. Rewind. The whole shift, it was fucking 8 seconds. Whatever. Play. Your stick is a landing. Pause. That's his face. That's his face. All right, hold on. Jamie, you're gonna have to walk me through this again. Exactly how did this unfold in your head? Because I'll tell you what, it looks like you just fucking like kind of tackled him, half slow-footed him. You used your stick as a landings. That's just all right. Run it through with me again. Let's do this again. Give me the play-by-play here, Jamie. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, I gotta say, man. Imagine if Jay Benn's like, yeah, what you just said is way better than what I was gonna say, so we'll go with that.
I can't remember. I think it's the movie the Other Guys. You see that movie?
Yeah.
And it like I think it's at the beginning. They've got a guy like, you robbed a store or whatever, like with a gun. And then no, I didn't. And then they played the footage and it's like him with a gun robbing a store. And he just goes,
could be any guy.
That is not me. Look at this. That was Tyler Sagan. That was not me. That was Sagan. Oh, now you're throwing Sagan under the bus, Jamie. Unbelievable. Holy shit. What if that was his defense? That is not me. I did not do that.
Hey,
great.
Hey, Peros, look at me. Hey, right here. Who's more likely to be going down in that scenario, me or Tyler Sagan?
You know this. The whole world knows this. I don't do that.
I'm on record. You guys know.
Listen, that's not me. That's some serious Michael Bay CGI type shit you got going on. I did not. That's Photoshop. You did that on Canva.
If I did that, Mark Stone will be hurt. Come on.
I just fucking I could not believe that. It just kept getting more stupid. Like, imagine trying to defend yourself in that situation. Like, if that was me and they played the video, I'd just be like, that's pretty damning. I didn't mean to. Also, there's a dude in Dallas sitting behind the Vegas bench. He just has a fucking camo zip-up sweatshirt on. Dallas is fascinating. Oh, God. But yeah, no, Jamie Benn, weirdly, he got suspended. Was it 2 games?
2 games. I wonder if it would have been 1 if he just didn't fucking say anything.
I know. He's like, well, Jamie, now you're just trying to make an ass out of all of us. Just for that. Like, that's insane. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh, we got a Dallas on Dallas hitting their own offensive zone. That's good. I just unbelievable stuff from Jamie Benn there. Like, the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, at no point could he have ever gotten away with half of that. Like, there was like 17 penalties in 4 seconds. And I mean, like, when they made the call, like, he was done for the game, he didn't even look at the ref. He was like, fuck. And he just skated right off. He was like, oh man. But yeah, he had so much time to think of an answer. He had so much time
that's what blows my mind the most. It's like, you had all night to think about this. You could have talked to people. You had time to cool down and think about it. And this is what you fucking landed on. Oh, I fell, and I guess my stick broke my fall a little bit.
I wonder if he actually thought no one was going to ask him about it. Like, oh, I don't know you're asking me that. Why did that come up? Sorry, what happened? Oh no, I wasn't there.
Now, I'm not asking this, but people will ask this. Is this something that warrants a change in the offseason where they name a new captain? Is it that level of stupid?
I mean, I can't imagine that would happen. Unless they want to be like, hey, Joe.
I mean,
I don't know.
I can't imagine Peter DeBoer would name Joe Pavelski captain.
True. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Ryan Suter's sitting there, like, just waiting for his opportunity.
What a fucking asshole. Did that see, was it game 1 or game 2? That brutal turnover. And then he gets fucking beat. Was it the OT winner too? I can't remember. It wasn't the OT winner. It was just a brutal sequence from Suter. And they fucking asked him a question after the game about it. And he was like, why would you ask? Like, how dare you ask me a question about a play that I fucked up? I don't even think I did fuck up. I think everyone else did.
God damn.
He's a fucking unbelievable, that fucking guy.
It's fantastic. It's fun. I don't know.
I tweeted the video. The amount of people being like, oh man, you hate to see Suter make a play like that. Oh man, that's just so sad. I was like, yeah, fucking, it's unreal how everyone's still fucking, dude, the second he got bought out, everyone's like, yup, fuck this guy. And I was like, yeah.
It was like a solid day or two where everyone's like, why the fuck did he get bought out? And then immediately everyone's like, no, fuck that guy. Fuck him.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Oh my God.
So I can't believe they gave him a 4 or 5 year deal after that.
So before we get into the fun segment here, the all name team for the 2023 draft prospects this year, looking at Dallas and looking at Carolina, do you see either team like making any notable changes on their roster, or are these both teams that need to run it back and just do the same shit?
I mean, I wouldn't say Carolina needs to make any changes. I mean, they were without Pacioretty, without fucking Svechnikov. Teravainen came back on a broken. Like, so I think if you look Carolina, like, man, like, what if they had those guys? Obviously, I mean, you never know. That could have made no difference. But, I mean, the way they played this year, dude, they were fucking unbelievable all year long. They were great in the playoffs when they were still. Oh my God, do they still want to do?
Dallas fans are clamoring for him to be bought out, and it'd just be so funny if 2 teams were paying him on buyouts, and he'd go sign somewhere else.
He'd probably get a 4-year deal out of it too.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, no, Carolina, I don't think so at all. And really Dallas too. Like, I mean, really, they had a fucking great year. And, what changes would you even really like? No, I would say neither team needs like major, like roster, like major surgery to the way they build their teams. But like, because again, you look at Dallas, they've got guys coming. They've got Stankoven coming. Like, they've got more prospects on the way too. So no, I think you just you probably. I mean, I'd imagine they run it back.
Fair. Anything else you want to talk about with any of these 4 teams? Anything that we haven't discussed beyond? I mean, fuck, we spent half this thing on just Jamie Benn, which is worth it. We probably could talk about him for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's innocent. Free my boy Jamie, even if he did do it.
Jamie Benn and Brittany Griner.
Yeah, same shit. Fucking unbelievable. No, I mean, realistically, good for Florida. I'm excited to watch them continue on. I think Tkachuk and Bennett might have some legitimately evil shit up their sleeve for the Stanley Cup final. Assuming Vegas will go through here, that is the one prediction I'll make is that is gonna be a fucking murder fest. Like,
well, they got to watch out for the toughest guy in the league, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. So tough. He's beating everyone up. Fucking unbelievable. Minivan Petrangelo. But actually, sorry. Last thing on Vegas. Braden McNabb is the human Easter Island head. That's what he is built like, and he is just an absolute truck. And that's really all I want to say about that. Every time I see him, like, that's an Easter Island head right there. Same shaped face, same build, pretty much. Killer. But so Florida, Vegas, Stanley Cup final. How about it?
How about it? I don't know. That's still bizarre to me. What are the storylines there? So we got both of them are going to get, like, someone will get the first cup in their franchise history. We got Eichel against Reinhart, which, like, sorry, Sabres fans, sorry, Joey, that's probably not ideal. Then you got Minnesotans basically hating Vegas. They'll all be cheering for Florida, but we actually got 3 MNCAA guys playing for Vegas, 3 different Minnesota teams represented. And maybe I'm even missing some. I don't know. But we for sure got, benched hot dog lover Phil Kessel from the Gophers. We got Teddy Bluger, who, dude, we'll get into this more next week, but the fucking story that came out about how big a dipshits Ron Hextall and goddamn Morehouse are. Like, Teddy Bluger on the dad's trip finds out on Twitter that he got traded. Like, just a fucking dumpster fire. But Teddy Bluger of Mankato. And then we got Zach Whitecloud from Bemidji. So that's fun.
The Bluger shit's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's
like
nuts.
I could not fucking. I read that and I was like, no fucking way. Unbelievable. No tax. That's right. No state tax.
I mean, that happens no matter what. If Dallas makes it, it's still no tax.
I mean, yeah. So there you go.
Which, that was the big topic for Merrick today is this why Canadian teams can't contend? Because the money just doesn't work?
Yeah, that's it. It's the only reason.
Monopoly money.
The only reason, baby. They'll never win again. Just kidding. I shouldn't say that.
The entire country will never win again.
Yeah, ever. They actually just relocate all the teams out of Canada. Like, this is fucking crazy. We can't keep doing this. You've lost all of your teams. It's funny. It's like
teams.
Yeah, move them all. Move them all.
God damn it.
We're actually just folding the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Tucson Roadrunners are now an NHL team.
Oh, man.
Austin
Shit.
Matthews, Tucson Roadrunner legend.
That's right.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right. We should move on here.
Let's get to the all name nominees. Again, anyone that's not familiar with, Minnesota's all hair team, pretty popular. Actually kind of got this from, have you ever seen the ones for college lacrosse? Z?
No.
It is fascinating. They'll do an all name team, but it's literally like who sounds like the biggest trust fund baby in the world. Like Winston Wadsworth the 7th or something. Like, those are the kind of names, and it's awesome. These ones we're just going with the coolest, most like bizarre names, period. And there's no real order to this. I literally just took them in the order on a list that Z sent me. We'll be coming back next week. Maybe we'll even throw out some polls or something, but we'll have more comprehensive, like who's first team, second team, and honorable mention. But out of the 28 you sent over, Z, we'll go with the 7 that were at the bottom of the list here. And I'll let you start wherever you'd like out of these beauties? Because there's a couple absolute winners in here.
One of my favorites has to just be Salvatore Guzzo. Like,
Where's he from?
I'll be so like, because I only know a little bit about the player. I desperately need him to, like, if he gets drafted, I really need to have him with a slick back fucking hair, just in a white t-shirt. He's not, obviously, he's not going to go first, second, third, fourth round. Like he is, if he gets drafted, he'll be at the bottom of the draft. But like, if hypothetically this is a dude who went like on day one, I would desperately need him to go up, slick back, black hair, real like just barely fitting white t-shirt, tucked into a fucking jeans with a belt, and just like fucking, yeah, exactly. Salvatore Guzzo, like that's fucking unbelievable. If he doesn't get drafted, I'll be pissed because he should, just for the name alone. But again, I would love it if he went day one. He just had that white t-shirt tucked into his fucking jeans with a belt, slick back hair, comb in there too. He was like making his way up. He's fucking, oh yeah, just Governor fucking rights.
Well, and we got to give a shout out, obviously, to Beckett Hendrickson. Go for
yes.
commit.
Ever heard of him? Good player, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Oh, he's
a
gonna be
stud.
fun.
He's a stud. I think potential sleeper in the draft, dude, because I think he'll go late rounds, mid to late rounds.
That's a Judd'z Bud.
Oh, he's a major Judd'z Bud. And I mean, again, just a great name though, too. And
it is.
Probably,
It's a lot more
probably
subtle,
a great guy. Probably a great guy. But I had to give the Darby the shout out. Yeah, that's two great names. Darby Hendrickson.
Oh, there you go.
Beckett Hendrickson.
I got two here for different reasons. The very first one here, Zachariah Wisdom. Like, first off, just the spelling on Zachariah, unless you like totally botched it on your end, that is just a fantastic spelling for Zachariah. And then like Wisdom is just a like bizarre last name. I kind of like it. But for me, if I'm thinking, okay, this guy's going to come into my team, whether or not they're good, like, I don't care. I usually like going for the jerseys that are like less claimed, and to be able to throw Kostadinsky on the back of a jersey would just be fantastic. I'd be so happy.
Yeah. So starting with Zachariah Wisdom, his brother got drafted by Philly. But was a great player. Zachariah Wisdom's an overager. Could have gone last year. But his brother got drafted by Philly last year. His name is Zaid. So we got Zaid and Zachariah Wisdom. So I need him to go to Philly. And following last year's draft, there's a pretty good chance that happens because Colorado took Makar's brother. Chicago took Doc's brother, even though they then traded Herbie Doc. And I think there was one other one too. But they're just keeping it local, easy to scout, obviously. But yeah, no, Zachariah Wisdom, he'll go this year for sure. He'll definitely get drafted. He's a good player.
You know, Isha's not tuning in anymore because he didn't chime in with Sedin's.
I am my God. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's Zachariah Wisdom, brother of Zaid Wisdom. Great name, great family, great players. And then Christian Kostadinsky. This guy he'll go late. He's going to get drafted. He'll go late. He's out of Sweden. He is a big, mean motherfucker. Big boy in the back end. Loves to hurt people. Loves throwing those big hits. He's a sneaky good player. He can move the puck. He defends well enough. He's just, there's not a ton of like skill or whatever, and the ceiling is super low. But great name. And again, just a big, like, what else would you expect a guy named Christian Kostadinsky to do other than just be an absolute human maul?
This is fair. All right. So that full group here again, we got Zachariah Wisdom. We have Beckett Hendrickson. We've got
you're trying to tell me Beckett Hendrickson doesn't rock a fucking comb over at all times, by the way? Tell me.
Well, and then we got slick back here, Salvatore Guzzo, William Whiteclaw, which I mean that's
not his last name. Did my fucking computer edit
you
that?
typed it wrong. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
thought,
an
I thought it
autocorrect.
was Whitelaw too, but
It's
you said
Whitelaw. He's
Whitelaw,
Shattuck
so
kid. He's 5'8". He's a monster. He'll go early.
guess what, dude? We do this Ron Burgundy style. All right. It was on the teleprompter. That's what I went with.
It's so funny because I literally made it. I had to delete the C when I typed it out, and it just auto-corrected again, apparently.
You got access to the same document as me. You can go look at it right now.
No, I know. I believe.
We got Felix Unger-Sorum, which how did we not even mention him? That's a phenomenal name. I always like the triple names.
One of my favorite players in this draft, by the way. Fun fact.
Oh, where's he slotted to go? Like ballpark?
Probably late second, early third.
Okay.
Crazy high upside. He's just small, and he's not the fastest player in the world, but like he executes like cross seam, cross ice, fucking passes. Like he's a crazy playmaker. He's so fun to watch. He's a stud, and he's also the youngest player in the draft. He's eligible for this draft by like 14 hours.
Oh,
September 4th.
So
birthday September 14th.
Austin Matthews, then, huh? Nice.
Right.
For those that don't know, Austin Matthews was like barely off from being in the same draft as McDavid and Eichel. That would have been insane. Who would have gone first between Eichel and
McDavid?
Matthews?
McDavid. It was never a question. It was McDavid.
No, Eichel and Matthews.
Oh, Matthews.
Well, I mean, mostly because of character concerns, I suppose.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Eichel's lucky he didn't slip.
All right. Then we got Christian Kostadinsky, we talked about, and then Noel, one of the two, Nord, which is just fun with the silent H.
Yeah. What's it called? Is it what's it called? No, I'm not gonna remember it. Was it onomatopoeia? Is that what that is?
Wait, what?
Never mind. All
right, we're moving past that. All right,
I think it's onomatopoeia.
We got the next group of 7 here. Let's just get right into it here. I'll read them all off and then we can get into it. We got Zeb Forsfjall. I'm just gonna guess on some of these. We got my personal favorite of the draft, Axel Sandin Pelika or Pelika. Which one is it?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Mikhail Gulyayev, Daniil Boot, which is another like sneaky favorite of mine.
So
man. Kai. Nope.
Juddz.
Okay, Juddz. That's a fun one. I think I actually got this next one, which is also insane. Gabriel Sturck.
Stooch.
Stooch?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this game. I'm out. I tap. How is SZTURC Stooch? Fuck this.
He's Czech or Slovakian. I can't remember which one. I think he's Czech. He's teammate of Pavel Novak in Kelowna. He's an overager. He might be the first overager drafted. He's real good.
Okay, fun. And then we got Adar Suniev. So you break
Stud.
down, besides obviously Stooch, what are the names that pop out to you in this one?
I mean, Daniil Boot, amazing, great player, super high ceiling. He's got a chance. It's crazy. It's the Russian factor with him. So we'll see if teams are willing. He's a big winger. He can make plays. He's got a crazy shot. He's such a good player. I love Daniil Boot. We'll see what happens just with the Russian factor on him. But I mean, again, great name. Same thing with Mikhail Gulyayev. Highest ceiling, probably the highest ceiling amongst the defensemen. But he's like super boomer bust. He is crazy.
So you think the ceiling's higher for him than Axel?
Yeah, because the stuff this kid can do is just. I mean, it is It's like last year, my favorite player in the draft was Denton Mateychuk. And he does the same shit, but like on steroids. Like this kid is unbelievable, but he's like serious boomer bust, but really fun to watch. Super
he'll go
to
Columbus then. That's just how it's going to work.
Yeah, probably.
He's not like, I don't necessarily put him all name team personally, but I think he has one of the
Gulyayev is just a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, like that's a lot of fun. It's Francisco. It's a fun word to say.
Francisco.
But I'm sorry, you said it's Juddz Juddz?
Kai Juddz. Yeah,
Juddz.
Red Deer Rebel, former teammate of Kyle Masters. He's a fun player. He's pretty good.
Okay.
Undersized, super high motor. Just a fun name. I could have added his teammate Kalen Lind, who's gonna go before him in the draft. But again, Kai, fun. Juddz, fun. So I threw that in there. I just threw Gabriel Stuch in there to piss you off.
No, that's a great name. Like, I love the names that people are gonna get like flustered by. Just like Zeb Forsfjall. Like, most people won't know what to do with an FJA. Like,
and there's an umlauts above the A, the 2 dots. So it really fucks people up too.
When we put together the actual list for next week, I'll definitely make sure like we have to have this shit locked down. The umlauts.
And then Adar Sunayev is so fun to watch. Great name, but what a player. It's funny. You'll either talk to a scout who's like super high on him, or other scouts are like, hey, he's fine. It's one or the other. But like when he's on, dude, his kid's a fucking beast. So I had to include that. I just enjoy that name, Sunayev. So Adar Sunayev or Sunayev, whichever it is. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, no, I meant to actually break these. I really was hoping to like have some time to sit down and like put these in different categories.
Well, we're gonna have that for next week. It's all good.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll do like
getting ideas out there. We already got a couple thrown in that I know aren't on our. Wait, I'm pretty sure aren't on our list. We'll just throw them up. Matthew contributed. Luca
Cagnoni. Yep, beauty, stud. By the way, fucking unbelievable player. Probably could go first round, but he won't.
That's a Rod Brind'Amour quote. If I've ever heard one.
Yeah. No, that wasn't the same.
He can go first round, but he won't.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And then we got Maxim Strbak.
Yeah, he's a beast. Big boy, big Slovakian kid playing in the USHL. He's a beast.
I think I'd do way better at this game than Isha would. The guessing foreign names. I think it'd be way funnier if we did it with Isha, or if we got my boy Q on here. That would just be a disaster, but it'd be fun.
I mean, the category I was thinking of was like good luck commentator.
Good luck commentator. Okay.
Every time they touch the puck, the guy's like, here's fucking Jesus Christ.
So this next group has 2 or 3 of the ones that really got my attention. I'll go through reading them all right away again, and then we can have fun breaking them down. But we've got Valdemar William Hull. We've got Cooper Jazowski. We've got Tommaso DeLuca. We got Pateris Bulins. Tristan Bertucci. Grayson Sachin. And Quentin Musty. I'll let you lead off here, Z. Like, what's the one of this group that stands out to you?
I mean, Voldemort, that's got to be.
Voldemar is one of the coolest first names of this draft. That's for sure. Voldemar.
Followed by William Hull.
William Hull.
the fucking like creative train really just like slowed down. Like,
you a big William Hung fan?
William, we have to come to it. Yeah. Who's that?
Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Who is it? Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Oh my god. Man. Okay.
But like they should have put the second name. They really, really just didn't, William. Like, come on.
That's very good.
Anyways.
I'm a big fan of Cooper Jazowski.
Any Jazowski is gonna make it. Like, he's gonna make the list. Anything, well, really any Owski. Like any
I'm just going straight to Monsters Incorporated now.
Big fan of the Cooper with a K. I bet the parents were like, Cooper with a K could be fun. I mean, Tristan Bertucci. I should have put him right next to Salvador.
Do you not know Monsters Inc?
What?
Monsters Inc?
Animated movie?
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Yep. I should have put Tommaso DeLuca with Salvador Guzzo and Tristan Bertucci. We could have just had.
Well, that'll be a group for next time. It's all good. Yeah. But I think it's better if you spread them out, because otherwise, like, we'd just be like Margaretti.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Marco Rossi.
Yeah. Fucking unbelievable. But yeah, those two. Tommaso Luca, good player, man. I fucking I tweeted a video. He had a sick goal a while ago, but Italian with Salvatore Guzzo and Tristan. That should be a package deal. Like, you shouldn't be able to draft one without drafting the other two. You know what I mean? Like, you're just drafting the Jersey boys. Like, I kind of love that. Let's see here. Who else was in there? I'm letting it roll across. Oh, you know what? I could just pull up my document that I sent you.
I figured that you were doing that this whole time, which is
no, I wasn't doing. Grayson Sachin, fucking unbelievable player. A whole lot of fun. And it's just a name you're like, I gotta say,
Quentin Musty is the most fun though. Like
Quentin Musty, he's a stud.
That's just
he's gonna go high.
That jersey will sell.
Musty. He should go high first round. He's a stud. He is an absolute wild card. He has a short wick. He's kind of a psychopath, but he is a fucking stud.
If the Wild get Valdemar William Hull, I'm gonna get a custom jersey that just says William Hull. That's the way.
Yeah.
Well, we got another contribution from Matthew.
That's a good one.
Nico Mijatovic.
Yep. He'll probably go 4th, 5th round. He's a good player.
Nice.
Good name. Any Nico,
so funny, dude. Like, half the people that like listen or tune into anything and like aren't real tuned into draft stuff, they hear you say like 4th round, and they're like, "Oh, fucking loser."
I know, right?
Like, there's not amazing players that go past the 1st round.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, we good.
Joe Pavelski stinks. That 7th round pick.
Dude, Pavel Datsyuk, dust.
Horrible player, horrible guy. Probably character concerns.
I mean, character flaws for sure.
For sure. All right, we can move on.
All right, we got the last group of 7, and again, this is just for the initial list. We'll probably have more, and we'll probably just ask anyone that's listening to the full version of this video or the video that I clipped for just the all-name team talk. Comment below. We will definitely take any considerations that you want to throw our way. But we got the last group here. Hunter, fuck you. I need to pause on that one for a second. I'll come back. Oliver Bonk, Bo Akey, Hugo Hell is just fun. Of course,
that's my favorite. Mike Hugo Hell is my favorite one.
That's a good one. Will Smith. I mean, obviously.
I felt sick adding that in, but I was like, what am I going to
not
put this in there? Like, God damn it. He's forcing my hand.
Yeah, you got no choice. Well, his parents are forcing your hand. Anton Wahlberg and Oscar Fisker Molgaard, which I don't even know if you spelled it right, but maybe you did. And then I'm going to go back. So we got Hunter.
Good luck commentator category.
Brustowicz.
That's pretty good. That's about it. I had
to sit there and pause for like 8 seconds before I said it. Can you imagine a guy? He's like going up the ice and pass across to
Hunter
Brustowicz, and by
that's when you just go.
It's already gone back the other way and gone in. It's a goal.
That's just when you go first name. Here's Hunter. Yeah, Hunter, I mean, baby. I had to put that in there. The good luck. That might be like the top of the good luck commentator fucking.
That is the category. Winner of the good luck commentator. That one is the only one that's like stopped me in my tracks. Like, I don't even know where to start. And I am very for anyone listening on podcast only, it's BRZUSTEWICZ, which all of that I could do it easy. But when I get BRZ, that's where my brain just stopped and was like, the fuck am I doing?
Anytime the letter Z follows a consonant and it's not the last letter in a word or name, you're like, fuck, like this could go anywhere here. Yeah, Hunter Brustowicz. I'll be actually curious to see where he goes in the draft because he's got legit upside. He's a really good defenseman. And I mean, again, good luck to the commentators. How was I not putting in Oliver Bonk, son of Roddick Bonk?
Yeah.
Last name Bonk, you're getting on the all-name list. That's just how it has to go. Curious to see where he goes, too. I know the people that I do, the smart scouting people, not a fan. But there are a lot of people have him late 1st round, so we'll see. Bo Akey, great name, great, phenomenal player, another fantastic defenseman. I love Bo Akey.
Tell me more about Hugo Hell, though.
Hugo Hell as legit upside, offensive defenseman, solid player. I like him a lot. He'll go mid to late rounds probably. He's got some legit upside, but
but everyone needs
Hugo
absolutely needs him to go to New Jersey.
Imagine if he didn't. Oh, I know, right?
That jersey will sell like hotcakes.
Oh yeah, and you'd have to be yeah. Imagine like he didn't have a cool first name though, like Carl Hell, like like that would really be funnier actually if it was just like Tom Hell. Rick Hell.
Rick, I was just to say Rick. God damn it. That's gonna be our default now when we don't know a first name. Yeah, we're going with Rick.
I'm not gonna Ricky over. Hugo Hell. He's Hugo Hell. That's my favorite. That's actually like it's simple, it's funny. There's just a first name, great, last name, phenomenal. Like, big fan of that. Any Hugo, I usually am like, I like that guy. I bet. He's probably a beauty. Probably loves his beers, even though he's 18. In Sweden, I think that's fine. I think it's legal over there. But yeah, Hugo Hell. Very fun player, very fun name. Let's just breeze over this. Will Smith probably go. Actually, I put him third on this list, and I didn't even rank it on purpose, but probably going to go third overall to Columbus, even though I think if you're in Carlson or Michkov. Whatever.
Dude, so the ECH boys had Will Smith on their podcast, and they just dropped the episode this week.
He is a beauty. And the player that you're about to mention, I meant to put him on this list.
That's okay. But mid-episode, he stops them and sends them a video of him just fucking going a guy in, like, when they're playing a junior team, and he just fucking barrels him. You go ahead. You can touch on him here.
Brady Cleveland. Is that who we're talking about now?
Yeah.
I meant to put him on this list because it's just like, I bet I know exactly what he looks like. And yeah, no, he's a big, tough motherfucker. Big boy defenseman. He's tough. He's real. And Will Smith had the balls to fucking decide that's a guy that I should go.
No. Will Smith didn't fight him.
Oh, no, that's what you were saying.
No. They played.
I was gonna say,
NCDP together. They played NCDP together, and basically, like, they were playing one of the junior teams, and like they
never fight.
Oh, should fighting be allowed in college? He's like, well, we got this fucking mutant on our team named Brady Cleveland, and he pulls up the video and makes him watch it, and he's talking about how he's just like a psycho, like only has one speed. Like in practices, you have to like calm him down because the wires cross immediately, and they're like, so what? Like, do you have to keep your head up for him? He's like, fortunately, that hasn't been a problem up to this point, but other people definitely do.
I was going to say, the way you worded it sound like, I was like, why the fuck? They're on the same team. That'd be really, that's how tapped Brady Cleveland is though. Like, he's like the stay-at-home D-man. So if he like made a fucking like outlet pass to Will Smith, like a first pass, and like Smith fumbled it and went the other way, he's like, fuck you, man. That was a good first pass.
Well, even better really though, they were talking to him about going to BC, and they asked which of his lineys he was going to room with. And the co-host asked, like, what? They're not going to let you guys like triple bunk? Can you imagine the three of them just going to school together, having a 3-person dorm together? That would be fantastic.
That should be legally required. They should have to. And they have to get drafted the same team. It's not possible, but they should have to be.
His number was taken, number 2. Yeah. So he's going to be number 6. Cause he's like, I don't know. Jack Hughes wore it. It looked okay. So I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, fair enough, bro.
Good rationale.
And now we're going to move on from Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith, very, very white Will Smith.
Yes. And Anton Wahlberg, another one of my favorites in this draft. He is a beast, dude. He's 6'2", 6'3", 200-something pounds. Center, wing, doesn't matter. Super raw, like the hockey sense isn't there all that often. But like the tools he has. He could skate. He's got crazy skill. So many of his goals this year are like Sports Center top 10 goals. I think we've actually profiled him on this podcast before, but I love Anton Wahlberg. It's just going to take him a little bit time to develop just because, again, he's super raw, but he's got crazy tools. But how was I not going to include, even though Mark Wahlberg, piece of shit, how was I not going to include Anton Wahlberg? Probably way cooler than Mark, too. Probably, well, definitely a better guy for sure. Less of an asshole character, not a concern. Mark Wahlberg, major character concerns.
Can Anton talk to animals?
Yeah. Hey, dog. How's it going? That's all right.
That'll never not make me laugh.
So you're like a dog. That's pretty cool. I'm Mark Wahlberg. All right. Say hi to your mother for me.
Now I'm going to talk to a chicken.
Hey, what's up, chicken? So you're a chicken, right? That's pretty cool. I'm Mark Wahlberg. All right. Say hi to your mother for me.
Holy shit.
That's one of the best impersonations ever, by the way.
Oh my God.
It's
well,
so,
it's just he looks the part well too.
The second he starts doing like, you're like, yep, that's Mark Wahlberg. It's unbelievable. Hey, so like you're a chicken. What's that like?
All about?
What's that all about? All right. Say hi to your mother for me.
Well, but before your final name here, because it's another fantastic one, we got a great one from Sean Cosgrove. This needs to be added to the list. This has to be.
What's his fucking dad? It's my God, is it? Yeah, his dad's name's is it his? I think it's his dad. Jeff.
Jeff Bookaboom.
Yeah. Menace to society. That guy was a tough motherfucker. Yeah, we'll add him to the list too for sure.
I also love when a guy comes into his draft year and they have the full name. Like instead of Joe Bookaboom, he's Joseph Bookaboom. I just cut. Oh yeah, Samuel Hanzik. It's like, why isn't he Sam? But
great player though.
Yeah.
Great player, phenomenal player. First round pick, no doubt. Stud, super high ceiling, fun player. Love him.
Nice. So final name here. Go off.
My draft son, Oscar with a C. I don't know why I put it with a K.
That's what I thought.
Fisker Molgart. The O in Molgart has the fucking dash through it because he's Danish.
Nice.
This is my guy. He's a stud.
More so than Leo Carlson? He's your defenseman guy. I'll let you do that. You can have your center guy and your defenseman guy, and you can have a winger and a goalie.
Well, they're both centers.
Oh, Molgaard's a center? Fuck.
Yeah.
I get all right. Yep, it's the whole 3-name thing that's throwing me through a loop. Because Axel.
What do you mean he's a forward? He's got 3 names. He's got to be a defenseman.
Yeah, right. That's all right. I'm dumb.
Someone just said will vote. This is the initial list. The other guy right behind him, I had Ryan Fine. That's the same idea. But Oscar Fisker Molgaard, dude, I fucking love this player. He's an absolute stud. He literally was playing junior hockey in fucking Denmark 2 years ago. And by the end of this season, he firmly supplanted himself as the second line center on HV71 in the SHL. I think we're only just starting to see some of his upside. I've read a couple stories about him too, where like he is like, we've talked about Bankier being like the coach's dream, like the most low maintenance player ever. Like they had, I guess they had a team meeting with like Molgaard, you got to work on like face-offs. And he literally within a week was like top 10 in the league in face-offs. Like it was just like, it's unbelievable. So I fucking love this player. Like, I think he's incredibly smart. He's a two-way center. He also is like 161 pounds. So I think once he actually like bulks up too, I think he's going to be a monster. He flashes high-end playmaking at times.
Suter just got beat again.
Did he? I love that. Good for the world. That's good for the world.
Oh my God. Twitter's not going to be nice to him.
So good. I love that. But anyways, yeah, Fisker Molgaard. That's my draft son. him and Leo. I hope he goes first round because he should. Cheers to Suter being a pylon. But that's the first edition of the all name list or all name team.
We made some good progress here. We learned a couple extra names. We definitely determined that there's got to be different categories, but then like categories aside, we're going to have the first team, second team, and honorable mention, like who has the best ones. But
that's fair.
That'll be, let's plan for that next week in the next, well, we'll base it on whether or not we've got a game being played at the same time. If there's a game, we'll save it for the next week. If there isn't, we're giving her.
Love that. Love that for us. But I think that's going to do it because I definitely got to run. But
nope, that will do it.
I hope people enjoy. I mean, at one point we had like 16 people in here. It's really funny. They'd be like, 16, that's fucking awesome.
I don't know. You were freaking out when we went from like 9 back up to 11 at the end of the longer stream.
I was like, oh, well, that was crazy. Who did that, dude? That was like 4 hours in. I was about 14 beers deep, dude. Like, we were just mocking the entire first round. That was so funny. You were like, we could cut it off here. We could just go to like Minnesota. And I was like, let's just fucking do the full first round mock draft. Fucking. We were on for 4 hours.
Oh shit.
Headphones died twice. Fucking unbelievable.
Oh man, I haven't posted it yet, but I clipped just the portion of you and how you like handled and conducted yourself when I got booted from the stream. It's pretty
I was like, oh no, this isn't good. I shouldn't.
That's okay. I'll just keep talking. Big long pause. Yeah, whenever I say that, I just like don't actually talk anymore. So that's a problem. Chat's electric. Here we go.
Let's see what's going on in here.
I really hope it comes back because I can't do this much longer by myself.
Dude, when you came back, I was like, dude, I got like 30 seconds left in me. I was like, fuck, this is crazy. How did I do this by myself every week for a year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for an hour and a half. Oh, God.
Man.
All right. Well, anyways, folks, thank you for joining us during playoff hockey, you absolute lunatics. It was fun doing the live shit. If we can keep doing this and like even get more interactive with the chat too, that'd be fun.
There'll be weeks where we just throw it all to the chat because we don't want to come up with ideas.
Dude, like fucking like last week of July, you're like, there is just nothing going on. Like, or mid-August where it's like all the free agents have been signed. You're just like waiting, like nothing cool's happening. You're like, fuck me, this is insane. Like, what are we doing?
And this year we don't even have World Juniors to watch, which that was an absolute gong show anyway.
The worst World Junior tournament of all time last summer. Great. That was so bad. Yeah, though you're at the point where like, all right, this podcast, we're going to talk about the Minnesota Wild's preseason schedule. We're going to preview each game. They play the Blackhawks 4 times. All right, here we go. I think they've got a chance this year. And that's going to do it. That's the show.
This is going to turn into like by late July, early August. We're just going to sit here and do table reads from Always Sunny.
Yeah. I'm actually sending in my own audition tape just to be an extra at a Dunkin' Donuts for any Boston movie. I'm just gonna have my own script here, and
okay, all right.
Large black coffee. All right, I think I can do that. Hey, how are you? Large black. Yeah, I'm fucking using a card. Anyways, let's get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm already in trouble.
And
that's about the cue. That's about the cue to end it. Oh wait, do you know fuck me, what's the goddamn comedian's name? God damn it. I don't know, but he's like halfway through his Netflix special, or he's like 3/4 of the way through, and he starts like he makes like a Pluto joke, and he goes, "Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. We're about done." Yeah, no, I know. We're all once we start making like solar system jokes, everyone's like, "Man, is he almost done?" Like, it's like, "Yeah, no, we're almost done. It's fine." Anyways, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. The live edition was fun. We'll do these however often. Who knows?
Again.
At some point. Maybe see you next week. Maybe we won't. But I think, wait, is this 7 in a row?
I think this is 8 in a row, not including
Friendly neighborhood Wild fan. You guys made my night, dude. You gotta fucking find shit to do. I'm just kidding. Thank you for doing it. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, yeah, we need.
I love you.
Before he just alienates
before I alienate the entire, like, everyone that's ever listened. Like, you guys are fucking. No, okay, we'll stop. All right, we'll see you next week, maybe, or we won't. Who knows? Maybe it'll be live. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be never. See you later. Bye, Judd'z Budz. We're out.